Hey guys, girls, I should say. Hey, so this is private. I'm gonna try to see if I could do dream talk this way. I think it's just easier. It might be better as well. So we're gonna give it a shot. I hope you guys are having an amazing sunrise wherever you are located out in the world. I am Psychic Ma'at. As you guys should know, it is March 4th, 2023. I believe it is Saturday. Before I get started, I want to give thanks to my ancestors, my spirit guides, my guardian angels, Mother Nature, the universe, and the Most High. I ask that they cover me and guide me as I'm on my journey. Also, if there's any downloads, information that they would like of me to speak of, I'm more than open and welcome for them to give me those downloads. So today we're going to go ahead and kind of discuss my dreams. Because I kept waking up out of my sleep writing it down in a notebook, so I figured it must be something important because it has me, spirit kind of had me writing it down, like waking up, writing it down, going back to sleep, waking up, writing it down, going back to sleep. So, all right, you guys. So, last night in my dream, I had like 3 dreams. The first dream that I want to talk about is honestly really interesting to me. I remember I was at my parents' home and everyone was like in a rush getting dressed. Like everyone was leaving, but we all had individual destinations for some reason. We weren't going to the same place, and everyone was just like rushing through the home, like getting dressed, preparing. And I remember telling my sister that I have somewhere to go. I can't stay home. You're going to have to figure out whatever your mission is on your own. I can't help you. My sister's looking at me like I needed your help, and I'm telling her like I'm going in a whole nother direction. I can't help you. You're going to have to figure it out just like everybody else. We're all figuring it out on our own. And she was like panicking. Like my sister was panicking, like she needed help on her mission, and she thought that she could like depend on me. And I was explaining to her, I am going in a whole nother direction. I can't help you. So as I was like preparing myself to leave, I remember seeing my parents in a rush, my sibling, like the whole house was in a rush because we had our own individual missions to go on. And once I landed at the mission I was sent to, I want to say they were either like Pleiadians or Lyrians, or I'm not sure where they come from, but they ain't from here. I know that. And it was a house full of nothing but women. They were not melanated women. They had big, huge blue eyes and really long blonde hair. And it was only women. And it was maybe about 7 or 8 of them. And they were very skinny. They were extremely tall. And each and every one of them had long blonde hair and really big blue eyes. And I was the only person that was melanated, came from the planet that I came from, at this house. And I had to stay with them for a little bit because I was sent to look for some type of blue conch shell. As I was with these individuals, I started to feel out of place because their energy and their frequency, hi babe, their energy and their frequency was totally different from my energy, my frequency, even the way I live my life. It was so different, and it started like their energy kind of caused me to become depressed because we were total opposites. And they were nice to me. They were, really nice. Their home was even crafted different than the type of homes I come from. And I remember the mother was like an elder. It was a mother, and she had like 6 daughters, and all of them like were tall, very tall, very skinny, long blonde hair down to their black, big, huge blue eyes. Each daughter looked this way, but the mom was like the elder of them. And I remember the mom was like showing me around the house. She was introducing me to her daughters. Her daughters weren't kids. They were like teens to adult ages. I didn't see any kids here. And they were showing me around, and, you know, I'm saying hi to, you know, the daughters, because each daughter was in their own like room section of the home. And, you know, she showed me where I would stay. You know, this is your room while you're here with us. This is where you're going to be staying. You know, get comfortable. You're more than welcome. We accept you here. And, you know, the mama eventually went on her way. She just kind of left me in the house so I could get used to their energy, so I could kind of roam and look through things. And I remember one of the daughters' room, she was like a painter. Like, she painted so many fucking pictures. Like, it was so many paintings in her room. And she had them stacked on the wall. Like, it was like 10 pictures stacked on the wall together, which is odd because where we come from, we can't hang more than one picture together. If you kind of understand what I'm saying. Like, if I hang one picture on the wall, that's it. But where they come from, they're able to stack like 10 pictures on one nail. I don't know how they did it, but she was showing me some pictures, and she was like, this is she started taking the pictures off the wall, and it was like one behind the next, or one behind the other, then another behind the other. And she was taking them down, and she was like, this is my favorite one. And she showed me the sister from The Simpsons. What I'm trying to think of the sister's name. She used to play the jazz. I can't remember the sister name at this moment, but Lisa. I believe she had like yellow hair. Well, she was like yellow. I know her skin was like yellow. She had like kind of like a spiky hairstyle, and she used to play jazz. So the girl in the dream showed me, she was like, this is my favorite picture. And the painting was yellow and green. Like, she had painted the picture in yellow and green, but it was like checkered. Like, the picture was checkered, but it was a picture of Lisa. And she was like, this is actually my favorite one. And I'm looking at it like, wow, you did a really good job. Like, I'm telling her like, wow, this is incredible how she painted the picture with checkered print, but it turned out to be Lisa. And she showed me all her paintings, so many paintings, and that was one of the sisters. As I like left her room, I went into this was the oldest sister's room, and her room was humongous. Like, I didn't expect her room to be this big, but I noticed the older they were, the bigger their rooms were becoming. And as I went into the oldest sister's room, she had the blue conch shell in there. And I'm looking at, like, I remember grabbing the blue conch shell, and I blew it. Like, I blew the conch shell, and the sound that came out of it, I've never heard a sound like that on earth before. So their sounds, their instruments, the frequencies is not like here wherever I went. I remember blowing it. It was like a really, really big. It doesn't even look like the normal conch shells we see coming out of the ocean. It doesn't even look like those kind. And I picked it up, and it had like a handle to it that you just put your finger in. And I remember blowing it, and the sound, and she was looking at me like, I've been trying to blow that thing for so long, and it won't work for her. So she doesn't really see why I was so excited and why I was, came to get that conch shell. She doesn't even understand, because she was explaining how she's been trying to blow that thing for so long, and it just doesn't blow for her. So it's just been sitting collecting dust. And I'm like, how doesn't it work for you? As I'm still like looking through the girl's room, I remember seeing like she had a giant tree plant. Like, it was a tree, but it wasn't in dirt in her room. Like, I don't even understand how she got this damn tree inside of her room. And it was a huge tree, you guys. And she had it sitting inside of like a ginormous glass bowl, a clear glass bowl, and the tree had water. The bowl was filled with water, and I could see the roots of the tree. So I'm checking out the tree to make sure like it's healthy. I'm looking, at the roots of the tree, and I told her you need to add more water to this because the leaves on top of the tree is starting to die, and it's because certain roots aren't inside of the water. And I'm showing her like, if you look at the roots, there's certain roots that is above the water. You need to add more water. And she was like, I was wondering why the tree is dying. I never understood why the tree is dying, because she's the oldest one. She's in charge of the tree, and her mom passed it down to her, and her mom didn't really explain on how to take care of this tree. So I'm looking at the tree like, you need to add more water to it because certain roots aren't inside of the water, and that's why the top of the tree is dying. You need to save the top of the tree. I'm not sure what this tree represents. What is this symbolic meaning of this tree? But I know I was very concerned with the tree because the top of it was starting to die, and she needed to save it before the leaves became like really crunchy and started to fall off. So I'm looking through her room. I seen the conch shell. I seen the tree. I gave her the advice she needed on the conch shell. As the sky turned dark, everyone was called to the living room because the mom was headed back home, and they normally have a meeting soon as dark hits wherever they're from. So everyone was in the living room, and I remember sitting in a chair in the living room, and I was looking outside of the window, and it just was very depressing to me. Like, their frequency, their energy, their way of living really caused me to be depressed. And I knew I didn't have to stay there long. I just was sent there to communicate with them, to get something to save the tree. And I just was sitting there like, thinking to myself, like, I don't know how they live like this. Like, it's just not like where I come from. It's wet, it's rainy, it's not hot. It wasn't like dry. It was the total opposite, and they were fine with it. Like, they were totally fine. And I remember one of the sisters, I had to help her write an essay because she didn't know how to, they weren't human. She didn't know how to write. She didn't know how to write, and she didn't know how to write in English because she was trying to come down to get accepted to a school. But because she doesn't know how to write in a certain language or even write on pen and paper, she doesn't know how to do it. So I was sent to also help her write some type of essay to get approved. She wanted to get approved into some type of school. So I remember sitting down and writing the piece of paper that she wanted me to write for her. And as I was doing it, I completed it. Their mom came home. The mom wrote the essay. The mom was like so excited, like constantly thanking me. Like I said, they were so tall, like tall and skinny. And I remember as everyone like surrounded the mom while she's reading the letter, I was looking at their hair, and I was wondering, like, is that their real hair color? Because their hair color, it's not like the average blonde like we see on Earth, how we see, like, some people are born with blonde hair. I'm looking at their hair like, is that their real hair color? And I'm thinking, like, what color of hair does their dad have? Because the mom had the same color hair, but I'm thinking, like, where do they come from? Like, and I don't know if they could feel my energy, but I'm looking at their hair for some reason. I'm like, that's not normal. Like, where does this come from? And all of them, like, built the same hair, same size, same height, same big, huge blue eyes. And I'm looking like, where the hell do they come from? Like, someone said, like, a dirty blonde, just like, it had a real strong shine to it. Like, their hair shines, like, and the blonde was more closer to, like, it was, how could I explain it? It was like a mixture of, like, gold and white blonde, like between gold and tan, I would say. Like, the reason why I was giving off a gold color is because it shines very bright, but if you really look at it, it's white. Like, the hair color is white. but it gives off a gold impression because of how much shine is radiating off of the hair. And it was like super, super long. And they were extremely tall, extremely skinny, and their eyes were like huge and blue. And it was only women, it wasn't any men. That's why I'm wondering, like, where are they being born by men? Because I didn't feel any masculine energy while I was with them. So I'm wondering, is the mom conceiving on her own? Because where is the masculine energy here? I didn't feel any masculine energy whatsoever. So a lady came, the lady that came that dismissed me from doing whatever I had to do with them, she didn't look like them. She wasn't the same size as them. She didn't have the same haircut. Whoever this lady was that works with them, she's like a gatekeeper. She did not look like them, but she came, she checked everything. She made sure I did whatever I was supposed to do, and she gave me access to leave. Once I left, I landed in school. Don't know where the school is and why I landed in this school, but I landed in school. And I remember walking down the hallway in the school, and there was like this tall, skinnier type of guy. And I remember meeting up with him outside the hallway, and we like sat down in the grass, and we were talking, and we were, like kind of like flirting with each other and talking to one another. And I remember the bell rang and everyone was rushing to class. But for some reason, me and him, we were like just staying. We had to talk. It was a conversation we had to have. And we got caught in, each other's energy. So as we're sitting in the grass, like a yard duty, like whoever this lady was, she's like a hall monitor type of yard duty. She came and she's like, what are you guys still doing out here? And, I told her like, oh, I'm done with class. I don't have to attend class. I'm completed it. And she looked at my ID and she scanned it, and she's like, oh yeah, you're done. So I don't have to really worry about you. But she asked the fella for his ID, and he was like very skeptical on giving his ID to the yard duty or hall monitor or whatever she was. So he eventually gave her the ID, and she scanned it, and she told him like, you got class, you need to go to class, you're not done, you need to go complete your class. So as he didn't want to separate from my energy. So as we kind of went our separate ways, I was getting ready to walk off campus and leave because I didn't have to go to class because I've completed it. So as we kind of like walked away from each other, I remember he turned around and he ran back towards me. But as he's running towards me, I received a phone call, and the phone call, I'm listening. The crazy thing is, it was his phone that he left while we were sitting in the grass. He left his phone. I don't know how his phone ended up in my pocket, but he left his phone, and it rang as I'm walking out of the campus, and he's still on campus, but I'm seeing him come towards me. So something told me to answer the phone, and when I answered the phone, they told me like it was the guy's dad was on the phone screaming like, "You're on drugs?" Like his dad is like screaming like, "How dare you do this to me?" Like basically yelling at his son like, "You're on drugs." And I'm listening to the dad doesn't know it's me on the phone because I didn't say hello. I just answered the phone, and the dad is like screaming and yelling like, "You're on drugs." This like he's so shocked. Like, I got you into the school. I set your life up to be a certain way, and this is how you repay me. And I'm listening to the dad like, what? Like my heart dropped. Like I couldn't believe that he was on drugs. So my heart it dropped, you guys. And once he approached me, because like I said, he was running towards me as I answered the phone. And once he approached me, I kind of like became very like distant, like, don't touch me, don't approach me, don't come towards me, just stay back from me. Like you're toxic, your soul is sick. Like this is how I'm treating him. Like, your soul is sick, stay back. And he's looking at me like, what did I do? Like he's trying to approach me, and I'm like constantly pulling back from him, like as if he was poisonous, because I just heard his dad saying all that on the phone. So I'm stepping back away from him as if he's like poisonous now. Like, your soul is sick, you have to stay away from me. So I like tossed him his phone, and I remember running away from him. When I ran away from him, the dream shifted and I landed in some type of like bookstore slash diner that I've never seen before, but it was like a bookstore slash diner. And I remember sitting at a table, like very sad. I couldn't believe that his soul was sick. Like, I don't even know who this guy is. I don't know, but I'm sitting at at a table at the bookstore diner, and I'm so sad. Like, wow, he had me brainwashed. Like, this is how I'm feeling as I'm sitting at the table. Like, I'm feeling like, wow, I was blinded. Like, I couldn't believe that I was blinded by him and he had a sick soul. So I'm inside the diner for hours. Like, the owner of the diner was one of my friend's dad. So he didn't bother me. He didn't ask me to leave. And I noticed that my friend dad collected action, like superhero type of action figures. I remember he had like a whole bunch of like superheroes in boxes. Like, he collected superheroes. And I'm sitting in this is his bookstore slash diner. And I'm sitting there for hours, and he didn't ask me to leave. He didn't dismiss me, anything like that. 3 girls walked into the diner, and they were like friends or family members to me. And they're like trying to cheer me up, let me know, like, you have to release that. You have to, you learned your lesson. He's sick. His soul is sick. I understand you feel that you were blinded, but they're trying to cheer me up. Like, you have to let it go. You have to release him. He's sick and there's nothing anyone could do about it. So they're like trying to cheer me up. And I remember as they're like pulling me, not literally pulling me, but as they're cheering me up and getting me to leave this bookstore diner, I remember walking across the owner, which was my friend's dad. I walked past his desk to get to the exit door because his desk was close to the exit door. And I remember seeing that he's in communication with somebody that really caught my eye because he had some written out paperwork on the desk. And I remember like glancing at the paperwork like, oh, you're talking to someone. And it really caught my attention like, oh, okay, so you're in conversation with somebody. And I feel like he was writing a letter to the guy and the guy's dad about how all of that energy, how I was reacting to it. But he was doing it behind my back. Like I said, I was at that bookstore diner for hours and he was doing it behind my back, like relaying a message to them on how everything affected me, him being sick, him having a sick soul, how like it shifted my energy field, it dropped my energy levels. I was like depressed. Like, so I noticed like, oh, okay, I can't trust you because why are you writing this letter to them? Why are you? And I don't know if he was doing it out of a kind heart or if he was, ooh, my right ear is burning. I don't know if he was doing it out of a kind heart or if he was doing it behind my back. So I became very iffy with my friend's dad. And I don't even think she knew that her dad was doing that. I didn't sense any like scandalous energy from her, but I don't even think she knew that her dad was going behind her back talking to the guy that I just ran from and his father about me and how it like kind of caused an energy shift within myself here. So as they pulled me out the diner, my dream shifted again. And when my dream shifted, I linked back up with my mom, a brother, and a sister, and we all hopped inside of a Cadillac. I don't know. I wrote, and this is spirit made me wake up out of my sleep and write Cadillac down. Because I don't know why we got inside of a Cadillac, but we ended up getting inside of a 4-door Cadillac. And I remember driving, and for some reason, I didn't know how to drive this type of Cadillac car. Like, I was too big for it. Like, I was too giant for the Cadillac. Like, I felt like my feet were too big for the pedals, so it was really hard for me to drive this Cadillac car. And as I'm like driving it, I remember stopping because my mother wanted to go to the store. So I remember stopping, letting her out. I let her out before I even parked the car. As I let her out, at the door. My a brother and a sister stayed in the car. I remember parking the Cadillac. The Cadillac was like burgundy red. That was the color of the Cadillac. It was like reddish burgundy. And I parked the car, and I remember we all got out of the car and we went inside the store. And I remember, like, this is the last dream I had. I remember it clear as day. Like, my brother was like contemplating if he wanted cookies or donuts for some reason. So he's like going back and forth from like, should I get cookies? Should I get donuts? So he was going back and forth. And I remember my sister, she kind of like went in the store, did her own thing. Oh, excuse me, you guys. My grandmother was inside of the store, which was interesting. And she was like, she said, hey to me. I'm like looking at her like, hey, girl, hey, grandma, what are you doing inside of this store? And she asked me like, you want me to buy you something? And I told her, I'm an adult now. Do you want me to buy you something? No, thank you. I don't need you to buy me anything. But if you would like for me to buy you. Okay, so I don't know. Someone said it paused. Can you guys hear me? I'm not sure if you guys. Yes, now we can. Okay. Okay, good. So maybe I hit something on the head with the what was the last thing I said before that happened? Um oh, I asked my grandma if she wanted I will buy her something because I'm older now. No, you don't have to buy me anything. I think that was the last thing I said, so I'm gonna have to look into that. But I remember saying to my grandma, like, no, you don't have to buy me anything. I'm an adult now, but would you like for me to buy you something? And she's looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, I would never let you buy me anything. This is how my grandma looking at me like, I would never let you buy me anything. And I'm like, oh, okay. But I remember she brought my brother's stuff. So she paid for his stuff. I didn't let her buy me anything for some reason. I just felt like, as me being an adult, I don't want you buying me anything. But if you would like for me to purchase your stuff, I will. But she wouldn't allow me to purchase her stuff. So we're all at the counter together. I remember it was my mom, my sister, me, my grandma, my brother. We're all at the counter. And I remember seeing a whole bunch of policemen walking into the store, and I'm the only one who's paying attention to what's going on around us. So I remember turning my head and I'm looking at all of these policemen going in a back door inside of the building, and I'm looking around like no one else sees these policemen inside of here. So they're going inside of a door. It's quite a few of them, maybe like 12, 13 of them. They go inside of a door, and I remember trying to zoom in to see what are they doing behind this door, what's going on back there. So I'm watching it, and behind the counter it was maybe like three men behind the counter. They were not melanated or European men. They were maybe like Indian or Arabian or something behind the counter. They weren't melanated or European. They were like Arabian or something behind the counter. So I'm looking at the policeman going in this door, and I'm trying to figure out, okay, what's going on here? Because that's not normal. And I remember the third man that was behind the counter, he had like a picture of like tequila and lemonade mixed up. And he took the picture, like, and you guys know when I say picture, like a filled picture of, how people fill their pictures up with Kool-Aid. They had like lemonade mixed with tequila inside of a picture, a really big picture too. And I remember he grabbed the picture from under the counter, and he took the picture of lemonade, tequila mix, and he took it into the room, and they closed the room door. So I'm like, I need to know what's going on in there. I don't even know why I wanted to know, but I needed to know what was going on inside of that meeting. So I walked out of the store. Oh my goodness, I will never forget. I walked out of the store, and I remember jumping up, and it was people in the parking lot, like normal pedestrians in the parking lot, parking their cars, getting out of their car, getting ready to go inside of the store. I remember jumping so fucking high into the sky to the point where I damn near was out of like in space, y'all. And I landed on the roof of the building. And I feel like the policeman heard my footsteps on the roof. So I jumped so high, and I landed on the roof of the building, right? And I'm waiting for my family to come out so I could do what I was supposed to do. So I'm on top of the roof of the building, and I'm just, up there kneeling down, kind of like how Spider-Man will like kind of kneel down when he's like spying on something. Like he'll still be on his feet, but he'll be like knelt down with his hand on the ground. If you guys ever seen Spider-Man in that position. So I was in that position on the roof, and I remember seeing my brother and my sister come out the store, but I thought my grandma and my mother came out the store too. So I jumped, I was on the roof at this time, and I jumped so high into the cosmos, and I came back down and I hit the ground. And it caused the biggest earthquake that I've ever seen before. And I didn't realize that my mother was still inside of the fucking store. My mother and my grandma was still inside of the store. And I remember everybody was running scared because stuff started to shake. Like all of the like foods on the shelves inside of the store started to shake. Everything was falling off the shelves. And I remember seeing my sister run back in the store because she's like, "What? Why would you do that? Mom was still in there." So they carried my mom out, and it kind of like spooked my mom that I did that. I didn't know she was still in there, and it kind of spooked her. And I remember for some reason the color orange, soon as like I shook everything, as soon as I hit the ground, something about the color orange popped up. So I don't know if they have like colors connected to earthquakes, like a red zone, an orange zone, a green zone. I don't know if they have those type of zones, but I remember the color orange popped up like immediately after I hit the ground. And they brought my mom out, and she was like kind of nervous, but for some reason I like breathed my breath into her. Like she was like, they were carrying her, and she was like kind of shaking, like kind of nervous, like she didn't expect me to do that while they were still inside of the store. And I remember just like breathing my breath onto her face and stuff, and she like just came back perfectly fine. Like after I released my air onto her, she like popped back into normal. She was perfectly fine, and she was just like looking at me like, "What the hell caused you to set off this earthquake? Like, what did you see that we didn't see?" Because they didn't realize that I had a reason why I did that. And she's looking at me like, "What caused you to do that? What set you off to do that?" And I had to explain to her, like, the meeting I just saw, those policemen, they're drinking tequila, lemonade. I don't even know what caused me to set it off. I just know something wasn't right. Something wasn't right. And I remember, like, as we all piled back up in the car, everyone's like panicking. Like, we're just sitting in the car watching everybody panic from this earthquake. Like, my brother, he's just so focused on eating his cookies and donuts that he's not even tuned in to what's going on. And everyone, like, the whole store was destroyed. Like, everything fell off the shelves. The policemen came out of the meeting there, and they didn't even know what was going on because they wasn't even paying attention. They were too busy drinking and being, I don't know, still don't know what they were doing in this room, but whatever they were doing in the room went against my aunt laws at the end of the day, because it's no reason why my aunt did that. So whatever the policemen are doing or was doing is going against the law. It's going against my aunt's laws. And if you guys know, my aunt is in control of the justice system. So for my aunt to feel like you guys are going against the justice system, but yet you guys are supposed to be serving justice, that's probably what caused her to create that major earthquake, because it's something to do with the justice system. It's something to do with the justice system. So they came running out the building. Like, what's going on? Like, discombobulated, because since they were not paying attention to their duties, they didn't even know what the hell was going on. So everybody just in a panic. So, and it just got so dark. Like, the sun is fully covered. Like, and it's lighting right back up. That is so interesting. It's kind of like a movie. Someone said, "LO, because why the hell they drinking while in uniform?" Exactly. And that's what really caught my attention. Like, why are they going in this back room as if you're going in a back room it's so interesting how the light is like, the sun's like bright, dark, bright, dark. That's so interesting. But Yeah, they went into this room. No one even knew they were going into this meeting back there. So that's what really caught my attention. I'm looking at, the other people in the store, my family, the store owners. Like, y'all don't see them going in this back room, right? So that's what really caught my attention. Like, okay, you guys are doing something you don't have no business doing. And that's why that I walked out the store. I remember I flew so high into the damn cosmos and I landed on the roof. And I thought that will bring them out of the building, because if they hear footsteps on the roof, then that should bring you guys out of the building. But they didn't even come out the building once they heard the footsteps on the roof. They stayed inside. So I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't want to hurt anybody. So I had to do the earthquake. Isn't that against the law to do that anyways? I would assume drinking it on do any job, not just them. You can't drink on the job. I don't care if you're working at Walmart. I don't care if you're working at Kroger's. I don't care if you're working at Chevron gas station. Any job, it's against the law to drink on the job. So and some jobs don't even cause you to wear a uniform, but you still can't drink on it. So I am so shocked, and I think my aunt is tired of the justice system. I think my aunt is finally realizing that the system is corrupt. The system is not what it's supposed to be. It's corrupt. So as I woke, Spirit woke me up out of my sleep, and I had to write some stuff down, right? So the first thing I wanted to know is Cadillac. Why am I driving a Cadillac? Why am I driving a Cadillac? So when I looked up what is a Cadillac, what is the meaning of it? And it said the Cadillac meaning a strong leader who sets the mark with excellence and a high moral standard. So I'm like, okay, I was driving a Cadillac, and a Cadillac stands for a strong leader who sets the mark with excellence and a high moral standards. And if you guys know my aunt, there's morals connected to her. Morality. So I'm like, my aunt drives a Cadillac? Like, even though she could fly, but she probably would drive a Cadillac because she gotta act normal. She gotta blend in, you guys, sometimes. So I'm like, out of all the cars, a Cadillac? I would never buy a Cadillac. If y'all really want me to keep it real with you, Cadillac is... Well, when I was a teenager, I used to want a Cadillac Escalade so bad. But with the way these gas prices looking, I don't want no damn Cadillac Escalade no more. I do not want no Cadillac Escalade. No, no, no. So I'm looking at the symbol of the Cadillac, like, well, maybe it's something to do with the symbol of it. Like, I think it's like the wealth and crest symbol or the worth and crest symbol. So I'm like, maybe I need to look into the symbol of Cadillac. Somebody said Cadillac was also a symbol of wealth in the back of the day. Well, back in the day, yeah. So it's interesting that out of all the cars, that's what I was driving. And the symbol's like a wealth and crest, right? And it stands for a strong leader who sets the mark with excellence and a high moral standard. So I just find that so freaking interesting. And the other things that I wrote down was pink and green, pink plus green together, cow maneuver. And I'm like, cow maneuver. I'm like, that got to be connected to Het Heru. She's the cow, and I was with my mother in the dream, so I'm like, yeah, that's Het Heru's energy all day. So I'm like, okay, because while I was with them, I kept smelling cow maneuver, and I apologize because I am not trying to say Het Heru smell like cow maneuver because that is so disrespectful. But I remember waking up out of my sleep and I had to write it down, like, cow maneuver. So I also wrote down orange, earthquake, Cadillac, conch shells. So that was very important in the dream. And it's interesting because I went and got the conch shell from, they were like Palladians or Lyrians, whoever those women were. They were either Palladians or they were Lyrians or Lyrians, or however you say that. Those women, I know for a fact that they were either or, right? Palladians. I think that's how they were. Palladians. I think that's how you say it. Or from the Lyrian system, star system. They were either or. Can't nobody change my mind about that. Cow maneuver, I believe that's connected to Het Heru, the color orange. I think the color orange might be connected to that earthquake. So I'm going to have to see if the earthquake that happened is alien shape eyes, and they were blue. They didn't have any white inside of their eyes. Their whole eye was blue. And their hair was extremely long and blonde. So whoever those ladies, and it was only ladies. I didn't see any men. So if Lyrians don't look like that, then Palladians. Oh my goodness, I was just doing so much talking. Y'all can hear it. They blocked my damn talking out. Okay, back. Run it back. So they didn't look like cats, y'all. They were extremely tall. They had nice little shapes. Their frame was petite. They were skinny, very tall. Their eyeballs didn't have white in it. Their eyes were all blue. The whole eye looked like alien eyes. The whole eye was blue. Their hair was extremely long and blonde, and it was only women. So if Lyrians don't look like that, then they're Palladians. And it was all women. And they're extremely skinny and tall. Like, when I say tall, like, I mean abnormal. So those gotta be Palladians, if it's because they didn't give me the energy of a cat. I didn't get cat because Sekhmet, and I have sisters that are cats. Bastet is a cat. Sekhmet is a cat. I'm a very familiar of cat energy in my dreams. They don't give cat energy at all. So they couldn't be Lyrians because they don't give cat energy. They kind of give like a extraterrestrial type of energy. And they had a conch shell. So I need to figure out what instrument does Palladians connect to, because I had to go blow their instrument for some reason. So I don't know if Palladians ever deal with underwater. What about Lemurians? But I think Lemurians are they water people? Do they have legs? Do they have bodies? Like, because I believe Lemurians are connected to the water, right? And conch shells come from water. So Palladians don't deal with conch shells. And what about those who are Lemurian? Do they have like long blonde hair and blue eyes? I'm gonna have to write this down and look into them, because I'm not sure if Palladians and those who are Lemurian, are they connected? Because if you guys also remember, she had that giant tree inside of that glass bowl. Like the tree, I don't know what the tree connected to, but they are in control of it, and it was inside of water, but the top of it was dying. And I had to tell them, you guys need to add more water to it because it's going to save the top of the tree. So I don't know if Palladians have like a tree, if they're connected to a tree, or Lemurians are connected to a tree, but they didn't live in water. They didn't live in water. I can't say that they didn't live in water. They lived on land, and they were super tall and skinny. And you guys know how we have like white inside of our eyes, like our eyeball is white. They don't have a white eyeball. Their eyeball is all blue. The whole eye. And they're kind of shaped like almonds. Like their eye shape is kind of like an almond eye shape. It's not like, you know how us down here, we all have different eye shapes. Their eye shapes are kind of like shaped like almonds. So I'm going to have to figure out which one. Who the hell did I go see last night? And the reason I brought up Lemurians is because of the conch shell. But then I also have to look into the character from The Simpsons. Like, where's she from? Lisa. Luna said, I wonder if that was even their conch shell. Because remember, she said, I've been trying to blow that thing for so long and it won't blow for me. So it's just sitting there collecting dust. They wasn't even excited about the fact that I blew the conch shell. They don't even care. I just think they got it. Because she wasn't excited. She wasn't like, oh my goodness, teach me, show me how to do none of that. She just was like, that's just been, collecting dust. It had a case to it and everything, a blue case. And she's just like, that's just collecting dust. I don't even use that. It never blew for me. But if it was yours, why isn't it blowing for you? But also, they showed me the picture of Lisa. So now I got to look into Lisa. Like, where's Lisa from? What is Lisa's character inside of that show? What does she do? What does she stand for? Is she like what? Why her? Out of all the paintings, that's who they showed me. So I'm gonna have to write that down too and look into Lisa. Cause what's going on with Lisa and why is she connected to them? They might not be able to blow it because it's not theirs. That's true. And I was sent there to get it. So they were in control of it for a little bit. And they don't have it anymore because I took it. Well, Kosha didn't take it, but spiritually, y'all, I took it. I went there for it. And in replace of me fixing the tree, getting the conch shell, I had to write them a letter in English. Maybe they showed you Lisa because she could play the saxophone. Maybe that's a sound. Maybe that could be it. I remember the colors it was painted was yellow and green. And she was checkered. Like the picture was painted in checkered, like squares, but it was her. But the lady's, her theme, she started in like checkered squares. It was green and yellow. I remember the painting was green and yellow. But I took the conch shell in replace of me taking that. They wanted me to write a letter that looked like a human wrote it. Someone says she was about justice and taking care of the earth. Wow. So justice. She was about justice, taking care. She was about what was right, connected to my aunt. My aunt does the same thing. That will make a lot of sense. And someone said also those are Heru colors, yellow and green. So it's interesting how they showed me Lisa and the painting was yellow and green and it was squares. Out of all the paintings that she had, and there are thousands of paintings, and that's the one she said, this is my favorite. And she showed me, I'm like, wow, you did a really good job. But they even paint different than us. Like they paint in pattern. Like, you know how we'll just get like a paint board, like a canvas, and we'll like paint lines. They paint in squares. So she'll start one square, finish that square, go to the next square, do that square, the next, and so on. And so they even paint different than us, but they can't write in English. They can't speak our language. So in replace of me getting the conch shell, I had to write a human letter. Now, I don't know what they're going to do with it. Well, she wanted to go in school, so I wonder if she's trying to come to Earth. Because you guys know they say that Earth is school, right? So the fact that she couldn't write a letter that looks like it comes from Earth, and I wrote her the letter because she wants to be accepted, she's trying to come here. But the question is like Luna said, why here? Out of all places, why y'all want to come here? I'm going to pull some cards on this. The main thing I want to know, the guy that was sick, who is he? Because everything, as above, so below. I got to figure out how is this playing out in the physical world. So for one, does somebody want me to write them a letter in the physical world, or did I help someone that wasn't even human and didn't know, or is that about to happen? Someone who's not even from here I helped and didn't realize. I got to be aware of that type of shit, right? Even though it wasn't no bad energy. So I want to know, who is that? Why do I need what about the conch shell? 2, who was that man that was sick that I had in my energy field until I found out his soul was sick and I ran from him? It's just a couple of things that I want to know. Okay, so the first dream is when I went to those ladies. We're going to go ahead and see, why did I go to those ladies? Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, Mother Nature, the universe, and the Most High. First card coming out, we got the 7 of Cups coming out. So this is most definitely in the dream state here. Dreams also reflecting options, choices, decision. More so like options and choices. The 2 of Pentacles is more so like a decision making energy. But with the 7 of Cups, it's like weighing options, like weighing something. I had to weigh something. Something had to be weighed. I had to make a choice. Spirit, why did I go to those women? What was transpiring? They're showing me a deck of cards they want me to get. Wow, the 2 of Pentacles will come out. We got the 3 of Swords coming out, the 2 of Pentacles coming out, the Moon card. So yeah, I had to make a decision. Options, choices. I had to make a decision. The Moon card before the Moon came out are secretly a secret decision. There's a deck of cards they're showing me. Let me grab them. Okay, so Spirit, I got the deck of cards. Why are you guys showing me this deck of cards? Why did I go to those ladies, get the conch shell, fix the tree, and write them a letter? Why did I do that? Okay, let's see what cards came out. The Golden Children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts here. Okay. We got Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning here. Okay. And then the next card that came out, your life is a canvas. Okay. What the fuck? I'm going to show y'all the cards, y'all. Let me cover myself real quick. Okay. So, first things first, your life is a canvas. Oh, wait. Come back. Okay, your life is a canvas, artists, manifestations, creative accountability. So it's interesting how it's saying your life is a canvas when she showed me a fucking canvas of Lisa, and somebody said Lisa's energy represents justice in taking care of Earth. The second card that came out, come on, Spirit, Earth School. Someone's trying to dive down to Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. The third card that came out, we have the Golden Children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. So whoever those people were, oh, what color did I say their hair was? Okay, I gotta take this damn filter off, Spirit, because what the hell? Okay, good. What color was their hair? What did I say? Their hair was like golden white. And then that looked like a solar. That looked like the sun. See how that door is connected to the sun? You know, when they talk about like the solar flare, it normally looks like that. How they be showing like the solar flares, it looks like that normally. But see how the doorway is connected to the sun there? And these are rare children. So those ladies I went to, they're rare. They ain't normal. So I got to figure out, what planet is this? Let me look in the book. What planet? Let's see what the book want to say about this. What planet are they from? What does that say? The Golden Children. Do these cards have numbers? Nope. All right, you guys, give me a second. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. So we have golden children, the children of the sun, are highly advanced, extremely intelligent souls who are incarnating increasingly on planet Earth. They have little or no personal karma and possess incredible gifts and intuitive abilities. Golden children are born with a very clear mission. Many remember it from a young age and being answering and sharing it earlier in life. Due to their unique intelligence, they may find themselves easily bored at school. Most have never incarnated on Earth before or so. If they're not supported in the right ways, they struggle with physical life here. They're often referred to as the new humans. If you pull this card, it may be a sign that you're being called to mother, father, or to nurture one of these children. You may be called to tend to your own inner child, a creative idea or project you need to help with. To treat yourself to a new beginning, this requires help. Okay. All right. So these children could come from the sun? They're connected to the sun. So that's not even, I'm going to have to look into that. That's not even given Palladian, Lemurian, nothing. But it's interesting where it says they want to come. They've never been on Earth before. They've never been on Earth. And they want to come. But they need support in school. So that's interesting how I had to write a letter. I had to write a letter because they don't know how. Because they don't know about Earth. So that's why they couldn't write Earth language. Or even write a pen in the paper, or pencil in the paper. They couldn't even do that. Wow. The next card, let's clarify the next card, which was Earth School, which is interesting because the golden children and then Earth School, they're trying to come here. The Earth School. Let's see what Earth School wants to. I probably don't even got to read this. Planet Earth is a great invitation for the soul and life lesson and the curriculum for which soul will enroll in. These aren't one-time lessons, but themes we choose to circle around deepening our experience of them as we make our way through the spiral of life. Life lessons aren't only about getting it right. They're also about getting it wrong. Remembering that Earth is a planet of polarity, which helps its understanding. Each year, the study deepens more and more. At a difficult time as it's getting worse. Instead, see them as opportunities for soul growth. So it looks like they're trying to come here. How are you being called to grow and learn? So it looks like they're trying to come here. Okay, it looks like they're trying to come here. Interesting. They're trying to come to Earth. They've never been here first time. First time, they've never been here. The third card said your life is a canvas. Let's look into this, and I feel like this is going to tell us something about the Lisa card. And I don't know why I keep hearing, wait, can you guys hear me? Before I continue, let me know if you guys can hear me. Now we can, okay. I don't know why I kept hearing, I Deserve by Mama D. I Deserve. And I don't think nobody listens to that. If y'all want to be, no shade, but it kind of was like a spoof song if you really want to be technical. But I keep hearing that song. I deserve to be loved. I don't know why, but the spirit singing that to me. So I don't know if these beings that are coming here deserve something. Or they deserve to be loved, maybe. I don't fucking know. Because that is not a song that Shawty listen to. Like, never. I think I only really heard it when it played, like if someone was watching Love and Hip Hop or some shit. But I don't know, something about they deserve something. Okay, let's look into your life as a canvas, y'all. Okay. So we have, you're the artist of your life and your life is a canvas. Take responsibility for your ability to create. Earth is known as a planet of manifestation. Your present moment is based on your past thoughts and beliefs. Your current thoughts determine your future. What kind of life do you want to create for the future? What are you being called to create? Reconnect with your manifestation powers and align your thoughts, feelings, actions with vibration that matches them. It's never too late to start, and no experience is required. All you need is an open heart and mind and consistent daily action. If you're not sure what you would like to create, start instead with the feeling or deep gratitude for all that's good in your life right now. State, okay, so I'm gonna have to look into Lisa to see what connection does Lisa have to my op. Okay, so let's move on to, because that says a lot already. Those energies. Spirit, I'm gonna get one last card. Anything else I need to know about those women that I went to see? Why I was sent to them, to get the conch shell, or, to look at the tree, the painting, the letter I wrote for them. Is there anything else that I need to know? Wait, deserve to be a part of the new world. That's why everyone is trying to get on Raw Good side through my op. They don't want to be left behind. Ooh, she is golden. That is a good one. We're going to get one more card to see anything else, Spirit, you want to tell us about these individuals that I went to see. That's way too many cards. Way too many. Let's get one card, Spirit. Okay, so we have We the Hathors and karmic relationships. So deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. So whoever those beings were Hathors. It says we the Hathors, and it says karmic relationship, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. So that's what came out, y'all. Then the second card that came out. So it's interesting. I'm like, anything else you want to tell me about these ladies? Yeah, we the Hathors. What the? And is that why I was smelling cow maneuver? Not in a bad way, because cow maneuver does a lot. And I know a lot of people think cow maneuver stinks, but cow maneuver does a lot, you guys, right? A lot of farmers use cow maneuver. Let's keep it real. That's why I woke up out of my sleep and I wrote cow maneuver. I gotta read this We the Hathors. What the fuck? We need manure to plant. Absolute fertilizer, fertility. And Het Heru is tied to fertility. And magic mushrooms only come from cow manure. Oh, green and yellow. Oh my goodness. That's why they showed me the picture of Lisa in the squares. And I gotta see how a square, I have to look into how a square is connected to Het Heru. Because the picture is green and yellow and those are her colors. Damn, we could have put that together without this card even saying we the Hathors. Wow, let's look into the book. Deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. Birth is a portal that ushers in new life. The Hathors are here to remind you that you're a child of the cosmic mother, and you're being called to be held by her deep, never-ending love and embrace. This is a tender, nourishing card reminding you to receive the deep, deep love of the mother's embrace. The Hathors know that the journey on earth can be rocky and lonely at times, but you're being reminded to rest more deeply in the mother's love. That's interesting how it says the Hathors know that earth can be lonely. What did I tell you guys I felt when I was with them? Someone says square is root earth energy. Wow. This is a lot of information. Hathor is sitting on a throne shaped like a square, green and yellow on my wall rug. I showed you yesterday. You sure did show me. That's so interesting. And my aunts bent down and kneeled down in front of her. It's interesting how it says the Hathors know the earth. The journey on earth can be rocky and lonely. I felt so depressed with them. Like, I didn't feel happy. So it's interesting. Rocky energy, lonely energy. I felt just, I didn't feel that's interesting how it says that. And I felt depressed, like with them. The energy that they embody, it's not, and it's because they're not from here. So me, going into the spirit room from earth and then going back to them made me feel like this ain't right. But that's probably why they probably depressed. It's probably why they want to come to earth. Okay. So these are the Hathors, you guys. Now remember how soon as I left them, I went to school. Look at this card. It says karmic relationships. What had happened when I finally transitioned back to school? When I left them. When I left from writing them a letter. I needed to write these. And look, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember who I told you guys? Oh, it's more back there. Remember how I told you guys their mother showed me around. Mother's milk. She was basically giving me all of the insight I need. She was feeding me. She was allowing me to be comfortable, right? So it's interesting how their mother guided me around the house and then she eventually left so I could get normal. The mother's energy, their mother is in control of them. Het Heru, which is what my aunt's mother, interesting here. When I left them, I went to school, right? From here back to here, whoever that guy is, when I left here, I connected to him, whoever he is. Remember how I told you guys, I don't know how his phone got in my pocket, but his phone ended up in my pocket, right? And I found out his soul was sick. I found out that through his dad called his phone like, you're doing drugs. And I'm like, whoa. I found out his soul was sick. Karmic relationship. Whoever that guy was is a karmic partner. Spirit, let's talk more about that masculine energy once I made it back to school. Because remember, I told you guys I didn't have to go to class. I graduated already. When she scanned my ID, she was like, oh yeah, you're finished with school. You don't have to go to class, so you could do what you want. But him, when she scanned his, and he didn't want her to scan his ID. He was iffy. Then he allowed her to scan it because he didn't have no choice. And she said, you're not done with school. Take your ass back to class. What are you even doing out here? So as he went the opposite way to go back to class, I was leaving the campus. Oh, someone said you should have asked about the Lisa energy. Okay. The reason why I went here because it went from we the Hathors to her going back to Earth to this karmic relationship. So I think that Lisa energy is connected to Hathor. The colors that she was wearing, the square energy, it was connected to Hathor. So I think that's why. Anything you want to say about the Lisa painting? And I think the Lisa painting is her energy already came out. Your life is the canvas. Lisa was painted on the canvas, which means Lisa's energy on that card is connected to my aunt. So whatever Lisa stands for, my aunt stands for the same thing. Whatever energy Lisa radiates, my aunt radiates that because it says your life is a canvas. So my aunt, you need to look into Lisa to see what you guys have connected. What ties do you guys have to one another? So her energy already came out. Your life is a canvas. So her energy already came out. They're basically saying they showed you Lisa on the canvas because your life is just like that whatever you saw on that canvas, your life is like that. So I have to look into Lisa to see what is her connections, what does she stand for. And someone said justice and, keeping Earth healthy. So I'm going to look into Lisa a little more. All right, Spirit, this karmic partner. What do you want to say about this guy? His soul was sick. His spirit was sick. Who is that individual? That's too many cards. That's 4 cards. Let's get 1 card. What would you like to say about that masculine energy whose soul was sick? What about that masculine energy? Wow. Okay, anything about that masculine energy? Damn. Anything about why when I landed back to Earth? Okay. 2 cards came out. Like the great serving, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. And then we have activated Earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. Okay, so the great serving, anger, softening to love. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's look into whoever that masculine energy was, the great serving. Let's see. Okay, this is a shadow card, one that may feel confrontational. Don't be afraid. It's here to be brought to the surface. Anything that's standing in the way of letting love in. So whoever, what the hell was that noise? Sound like I just heard like a hella quick. But okay, if y'all heard it, y'all heard it. Whoever that man was, this card is saying this card is a shadow. So whoever he was, he's still in his shadow side. He's still in this because he's coming out as a karmic partner. Whoever that energy was, he's in his shadow side. That's interesting. This is a shadow card. So whoever he is, he's still in his shadow side. This card is a constant reminder that it's important to soften, to forgive, and to find your way back to love. There are many things in the human experience that make it difficult for our heart and soul to stay open to the never-ending source of love. We're all wounded in, and our unconscious wounds inflict wounds on others. So whoever that energy was, the reason why I was backing away from him like that is because he's sick, he's wounded. And it says that we could inflict our wounds onto others. So that's why I was backing away from him like that, because I didn't want him near me. I don't want your wounds. I don't want to be connected to you. I was running from him, y'all. I was running from him. And it's because he was sick. And he's still in his shadow side. And since he's embodying all these wounds, he could inflict them wounds on me. That's why I was like, get the fuck back before I beat your ass. Like, that's how my energy was with him. Like, stay back. He's sick. And he doesn't let love in. If we aren't careful, before long, we'll see the world as a scary, dangerous place where fear and anxiety roam free. If this card surfaces, it could be for 2 different reasons. Firstly, for you to acknowledge the difficult emotions, situation, conflicts, wounds, and fears that are causing pain and anxiety on others. So that person is battling difficult emotions, difficult situations, conflicts, wounds, fear, pain, and anxiety. That's why I was backing away from him like that, because he was embodying all of these energies. Also, when we hurt, it's normal to close our heart to the world, to let painful experience conform the separation in earthly life. Soften and find your way back to love anyway. When fear, anxiety, paranoia paralyzes you, it's normal to want to hide away from others in the world. Come out of your cave and soften your heart anyway. We're all innocent children spinning our way around the world. Find a way to see the innocence in all people, especially yourself. So I backed away from him like, look, get the fuck away from me. Because remember, I said he on drugs, but I don't think it's an actual drug. I just think his soul is sick. And when I finally realized that, because his dad called his phone and his dad was like, you're doing drugs? How could you do this to me? I set your life up a certain way. I did this for you. I did that. I did everything I can for you. And this is how you repay me, by having a sick soul. So whatever that energy, whoever he was, his physical parents or his spiritual parents, is very upset with him, because they're like, I set your life up a certain way, and this is how you repay me, by having a sick soul on earth, when we did everything we can to set your life up a certain way, and you chose to go to earth and get sick. I'm gonna have to clarify, why was his father so mad at him? Oh, the anger card, because this card is connected to anger. His dad is very upset with him. Why is his dad so upset? And I know this has something to do with Earth, because the next card that came out is Activated Earth. So whoever he was, he could have been born on a ley line. He could have been born in a powerful place. They set his life up a certain way, and you chose to come down to earth and close your heart out. And it's interesting, because my aunt is tied to the heart. So the fact that my aunt found out that you're sick by your father told me you're sick. I didn't hear through no gossip through the school. I didn't hear through no other students. Your daddy told me that your soul is sick. And it's funny, because whoever this dad is, whether it's his physical dad or his spirit, his father in the spirit realm, is very upset, because we laid you on the ley line when you came down here. We crafted and created your life to play out a certain way, and you are sick, and my aunt knows. This is how you repay me? My aunt know now. How the hell we gonna hide the fact that you have a sick soul, and my aunt knows? Spirit, anything else you want? Is somebody eating French fries in here? Like really skinny French fries. Okay, I don't know why I'm smelling like fries. Like, whoever that is, let's keep going. Spirit, anything else you want to tell me about about him? Why was his dad so angry? Why did I have to find out that he's sick? Who is he? Okay, so we got 2 cards coming out. So we got deep cellular healing. So we got deep and baby steps. So this person needs to heal on a cellular level. This person needs, it says physical and emotional healing. This person, my aunt found out that this person's sick, physically sick, emotionally sick. Physically and spiritually sick. Baby steps. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. So this person out here trying to follow their intuition, they could be like working in their intuition, but yet they're still sick. Why did I have to find out, Spirit? Why is this connected to me? Why is this person being sick and what they're going through on their spiritual journey? Why is it connected to my aunt, Spirit? How is it connected to my aunt? Why is it connected to my aunt? That's way too many cards. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 cards. I can't do it. Why is this energy connected to my aunt? Why did I have to find out that he's sick on a soul level? Why did I have to find out that he's sick? It's a lot of sick souls out here. Why is his coming through the spirit realm? too many cards. That's way too many cards. That's like 20 cards. Okay, weight came out. Okay. I'm going to keep, they probably said, wait, look at these cards, but I shuffled already. I apologize, Spirit. Why him being sick? Why is this coming through to my eye? And why didn't I want to be near him? I don't know if somebody left and Spirit was telling them to wait, or if they were telling me to wait. So somebody could have left and Spirit was like, wait, don't go. Or if they're telling me to wait. Okay, so why is he sick? Okay, that is too many cards. Spirit, can I get one card, please? One card. I don't want to have to break down 5 to 6 different cards, Spirit. Why him being sick? Why is him being sick have to do with me? And why didn't I want to be near him? Okay. So we have longing for home, homesick for the stars. So I'm asking why is he sick, and homesick came out. So this person, he homesick, or he's sick of home? Clarify this card, Spirit, when you say this individual is homesick. And I think that says like Hyrayeth. I might be pronouncing that wrong. I'm going to look into the book because it says this person could be homesick. Okay, so this word is a word that is difficult to translate, but it refers to a certain longing or homesickness, a yearning for a home or a place to which we cannot return. This person want to go home and he can't. He's yearning for something that he can't get. The unexplainable, unshakable longing for home is common in starseeds and old souls. Perhaps you've had it since birth. So this person been sick since birth. For some, it's a distant memory of a planet, galaxy, or star system in the universe that their soul remembers and yearns to return to but can't. A place they may have experienced more than Earth. So whoever this person is, it's like they can remember where they come from. They can remember that they gifted. I can remember that I'm chosen, but I can't go back. I'm stuck. And this is they're stuck because they soul sick. So the dad probably like, this was your time. This lifetime you was coming home back to your parents. But now my aunt knows that you're sick. And if my aunt knows that you're sick at judgment, you fail. So whoever this individual is, that's why the dad's so mad. Like, you was supposed to come back home to me, but you're sick this lifetime. This yearning can lead some star seeds to travel, searching all corners of the planet to find a physical place that feels more like home. For others, it can manifest as a need to find a home in people, communities, and relationships. So this person could be out here seeking a home in different communities, jumping from community to community, jumping from person to person, seeking all different corners of the planet, all different corners of the world, because they're trying to find their place. So this might be like a switch sighter. Like they might switch a lot, jump a lot, move around a lot, trying to find their placement when in all the placement's not on Earth. They're not supposed to be here, but they're trapped here for some reason. Okay. Spirit, why is this person sick? Why is this individual sick, Spirit? Okay, so we got 2 cards coming out. Step brothers. Heru's energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. So this person could be sick Because of loyalty, they could have been disloyal. They could have broke trust. The second card that came out, trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out, so they don't trust time. Instead of trusting their own wave, their own journey, they're rushing it, or they're forcing it. They feel like time is running out, so they got to like experience things quicker than what it's supposed to be. So they're trying to like jump timelines. They're not supposed to be doing this. So whoever this man is, he's not supposed to be out here adapting to brothers, like inheriting step brothers when he could have his own brothers. He's out here jumping timelines when he's not supposed to be jumping timelines. Someone said he knew his mission when he came here and chose his own path. So basically, he's not living his soul contract. He's living out another contract. And that made him sick. So that's why he's sick. He needs to go back to his contract, whoever that person was. And remember how they said he was supposed to be in class, but yet he wanted to be out class with me, and my aunt graduated. What you doing out here with her? And she's graduated. You're not done with your mission. Go back into class. And the longer you stay out here, the more sick you get, because you're trying to sit with somebody who's already completed their mission. Hi, baby girl. You just got up? Yeah, okay. Go ahead and stretch. Get you some water and let yourself wake all the way up, love. Who is his father? Let's talk about that. Who's his father? His father could be Heru. Heru, if y'all look at this, Heru's standing behind him. And Heru like, my aunt, no, you're sick. And I done said all this stuff. So his father could be Heru. That's who's standing behind him. I got to see who. Look into Heru's children. Spirit, clarify his father. We're going to clarify his father. Then we're going to move on to the next dream. Clarify his father, Spirit. Let's clarify his father's energy. What about his father? Does his father know me? Oh, shit. Heck of card. Oh, my goodness. Guess what came out? I remember came out. Soul Plan. The Fated Life versus the Destiny Life. Wow. Okay, so his dad. Somebody remembers something. So either Spirit saying, my aunt, you remember his dad. Or his dad remember me. I fucking remember came out, y'all. I remember. So somebody remembers something, and Spirit is saying this man, he had a soul plan, and he either could have chose the fated life versus the destiny life. So I think he chose the fated life, which is basically trying to craft his own life, trying to create his own destiny, trying to get to, maybe he's trying to get to riches. Maybe he's trying to get to wealth. Maybe he's trying to get to popularity. Maybe he's trying to get to something that the more he tries to get to something he think he wants, the sicker he's going to become, because he has a destiny. He has a destiny. Oh, someone said she has on pink. Yeah, she do got on pink, trying to keep up. This might be that shit that played out yesterday. This might be that shit that played. Spirit, is this connected to the shit? Was that yesterday, y'all? Or was that the day before yesterday? This might be connected. Spirit is saying, you remember. So somebody remember. Remember what? Remember what, Spirit? Remember what? Remember what, Spirit? Clarify, I remember. Spirit could be saying, my aunt, you remember? Or he remember? Or the father remember? Remember what, Spirit? Okay. Called. Called came out. Soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. You're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. This about some type of physical connection. This happened in the physical plane. This happened on the physical plane. Look, called. What color is she wearing, y'all? Called. Soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. So something was called already. Right? Or called it. Something about called, y'all. She wearing pink going through the door. And then you got you're not alone. Somebody trying to, you see how someone's stealing somebody's energy. Y'all say that's red. It's because it's filter on. That's pink, y'all. That's dark pink. It look red because its filter is on. But someone, either she's stealing energy or she's stealing energy, but someone's stealing some type of fucking energy here. You got isolation, physical connection, community. So this could be about something happening in the physical plane, connected to a community, isolation. Damn. Whatever transpired, their spiritual family knows. And it's interesting how, like I said, I don't know how his phone got in my pocket, but when I answered it, his dad said it. So I don't even think he know that I know that his parents know he's sick because I answered the call. Oh, called. Oh, shit. How do you know? Because they called you, my aunt. What the fuck? They called you. That's what the called card is for. They called you. That's how does my aunt know all this shit? Because your parents called her. That is so interesting. You found out because they called. Does this individual know what's going on in the spirit room pertaining to them being sick, spirit? Does this individual know that they're sick? Or does this individual know anything that's going on? Does this individual know anything that's going on? Do they know about what's transpiring? Okay, we got a card coming out. Surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. So this individual, at this point, all they could do is surrender to the sweetness. If they don't surrender, they will remain sick. And if you guys see this card, he is sitting over there watching her. They could be watching each other, shit. See how she's sitting there, they watching. So whoever that guy, as soon as I came back from the Hathors, the Hathor and her children, as soon as I came back, that's where I went, back to school. Why wasn't this person in class? Why were they trying to keep up with my aunt? Why wasn't this person in class, spirit? If this person knew he was supposed to be in class, why wasn't he in class? Why was he sitting outside in the grass with me? Hey, Tracy. Why was this person sitting in the grass with me instead of in class, spirit? Why wasn't this individual in class? Okay, fell directly on the phone, you guys. The card fell directly on the phone, lifting the veil, because you're lifting the veil. So this person wants to be lifting the veil with you. This person wanted to be out lifting the veil. So that's interesting. Spirit is saying they're not in class because they want to be a part of it. They want to be a part of the lifting of the veil. That's interesting. And if you see, you got, let me take this card off. Let me take this card off. Ooh, child. Let me take this filter off. You see how as she's lifting the veil, the star child, they're talking about pollution in the universe. You see the alien ship up there. You see explosions. You see different cities, different backgrounds, tornadoes. This woman, water, so many different places, and she's like exposing what's going on here as she's opening the veil, lifting it. He wants to do it too. He want to be there. Someone said this individual wanted to pull the curtain. But I don't know why I'm hearing, boy, you's a window shopper, mad at me. I think I know why. I don't know why Spirit's singing that song to me, because I don't listen to 50 Cent. Have anything against him? Absolutely not. But that ain't nothing my aunt gonna put on. But I'm hearing that song, boy, you's a window shopper, mad at me. I think I know why. I don't know why they singing that. Spirit, why y'all singing that to me? Because I don't listen to that. Spirit, why are you guys singing window shopper? What does this have to do with 50 Cent window shopper, Spirit? Is this person trying to shop the windows? Or is this person trying to... Because a window shopper is someone who's not purchasing anything. They're just looking. It doesn't belong to them, but they're just looking. We said that at the same time, child. He just looking. We said that at the same time. That's someone who... They're just looking. They're not purchasing anything. They're not doing anything. They're just in... Someone said instilling, and the majority of the window shoppers still. That is very interesting. Okay, Spirit, let's get last card for this. Anything else we need to know about? I wanted to know, does this individual know that they're sick, or know that their spirit is becoming sick? Window shopper can't even go in the store. Damn. Does this person know that they're a window shopper, or Spirit's calling them a window shopper? I ain't calling them no window shopper. Does this person know? And is this person aware of being sick, spiritually sick? Damn. All right, it came out. Does this person know? Forge, don't follow. Messenger. Okay, 2 cards came out, y'all. Hold on, 2 cards came out. We got forge, don't follow, right? What does that say? Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. So this person out here following people or trying to forge some shit. Messenger. Serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. So this person could be trying to forge. They could be following a messenger, trying to forge and follow a messenger. Instead of Spirit is saying, don't follow this messenger, pave a new way. Be the leader you wish you had. So this person, if they keep forging something, I ask, does this person know? You got messenger. They might get the message at the end of the day. This individual might get the message because they're not, this individual bring in harmony and balance. I don't know if this person knows they sick or not. I don't know if this person knows what is the conversation within their spirit. What spirit does this person know? Okay, card that came out. You got the strength card coming out. The strength card came out. The strength card is a yes card. So all I can say is yes, this individual knows. The strength card is a yes card here. So do they know? Yes. Yes, this individual knows. The strength card strongly is what Spirit is saying. Yes, they strongly know. It's not a lie. It's not hidden. Spirit is saying yes, strongly. So at the end of the day, you got the Hierophant here. Some type of contract, or they know because of the contract they in. Whatever contract they in, making them sick. Or yes, they know they're not on the right contract. They're not obeying by the right contract. Or yes, they know whatever, something about the contract they in. Whatever contract they in or whatever contract they following is what's making them sick. So you got the Nine of Swords. Absolutely. Sleepless nights, pain, crying. Look at this. So that looks like someone who's aware that something ain't right. Spirit, what's going to be the outcome of this? You got the Hermit mode came out, the Hermit card. So the outcome of this is they're going back into darkness. They're going back into hiding. This person's looking for the light while cloaked. This person is cloaked. They have a cloak on. A cloak could be a fake account. A cloak could be a cloak magic. This person could do cloak magic, or they could be in a fake account, cloaked, looking for light, looking for something while cloaked. Okay. With them coming out as the Hermit card, the outcome of them, that's what the outcome is. This person's going back into Hermit mode. Okay, so that's for them. The next dream, what was the next dream? The earthquake. Okay, I want to look into that. Let's look into the earthquake energy. Then we're going to get off, y'all. Let's look into the earthquake energy. So, Spirit, why did I cause this earthquake? Because the justice system was drinking on the job. I just find it interesting how shit play out. That's why I say people don't believe that they have spiritual parents. That all of this shit is connected to spirit. I always tell you guys, I keep saying, like, all of this spirit sees everything. So that's sad. Because people don't think that spirit sees everything. Okay, Spirit. Why did I have the dream of the earthquake? What you want to talk about when it comes to the earthquake? Me seeing those policemen going in the back room to drink on the job. Why did that cause my aunt to become angry and want to start an earthquake? Why is my aunt mad at the justice system? Why is my aunt mad at the justice system? Fall into my arms, surrender. Extremes of life, because it's very extreme. That's why my aunt, that's why she did what she did. Because it's extreme. This is something, my aunt feel like that is something that is extreme. Seeing the justice system not doing what they're supposed to do, that was very extreme to my aunt. What were they doing, Spirit? Oh, that card came out quick. You're not for everyone. So my aunt found out that they're not for everyone. They're for themselves. You're not for everyone came out. My aunt realized that, wow, they're not for everyone. And that's why she became so angry. Okay, why did she cause an earthquake? Why did my aunt cause an earthquake? Okay, why did she, let's see, anything want to come out about that? Why did she cause an earthquake, spirit? Damn. You don't want to speak on why my aunt, okay. All them cards, damn, spirit. Double mission. Light worker starseed, serve the world by being you. So by my aunt seeing that the justice system isn't doing what they're supposed to do, that's causing her mission to be a double mission. It's making it harder on her to serve the world. She just wants to be her. And it's making it harder on the world. It's making it harder on her to serve the world when her team, which is the justice, they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, which is causing her mission to become a double mission. So she got to work 2 times harder, right? Double. 2. She has to work 2 times harder. Loosen your grip. So my aunt felt like I loosened my grip on them, and they did too much. Double. There's 2 people falling on this card, double. So I loosened my grip on y'all, and that's what y'all did. Y'all made my mission harder. Breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will. Micromanaging the universe. So now she feels like she has to micromanage the universe. But remember, it's interesting how the breath of the cosmos came out. What did I say I had to do to my mom because I didn't wait for her to come out the store? I didn't wait for her to come out the store. And it caused her to become a little panicky. And what did I have to do to her? If you guys remember, and I'll show you the cards. If you guys remember. Yes, I had to breathe into her. So that's interesting. Breath of the cosmos. So I scared my mom, right? Yes, I had to blow my breath to her. Absolutely. So it's interesting because I had to be out here micromanaging the universe, right? The fact that I had to, be looking very close to something that I shouldn't be looking to, but since you guys are making my aunt's mission twice as harder, I had to breathe life back into, to my mom. I had to breathe the cosmos back into her because I caused this earthquake because the justice system pissed my aunt off. So justice is up. So my aunt's upset. Someone said maybe the man from your dream is in the justice system. What is the man in the dream? Why is he connected? How is he connected to my aunt? You got the love. So this man, whoever that man is connected to my aunt. You got weight of the world came out. He knows that she's connected to the weight. You got the love. So I'm going to show you guys the cards. This individual, whale and oracle elders. This person knows that she has oracle elders. The frequency of the sound, he knows something about her frequency. So no, I don't think he connected to the justice system. He connected to her. You see her. He connected to her because she got the love. He knows it. He knows my aunt got the love. And she is carrying the weight of the world. So he knows that she's connected to the weight, the weighing of the world, and she got the love. So he knows, whoever that individual is, knows that my aunt got the love. She connected to the heart. The heart, you got the love. Love is what connects to the heart. Weight, what the scales of my aunt balance in the scales, right? He knows that my aunt, he knew that you were connected to the scales. He knew that you were connected to the love. He knows that you are the one who's connected to the heart. He knows it. That's why he connected to you, because he knows that you are the one who create that. That's creepy. That's why he rather be outside of class with you instead of in class learning, completing his mission in school. He rather connect to you because he know you got the love. You connected to the scales and you have oracle elders. So no, he ain't connected to this justice system. He just trying to connect to the love. And my aunt's upset. So anything else, Spirit? Can I finish talking? The last card, y'all. You got portal. Doors are opening. So And y'all, let me say something, right? Remember how, I don't know if y'all was on this dream talk when I said that y'all need to look at my aura cleansing video that I posted on my other profile, because I cleansed my aura. And remember I told you guys, Raw can't even look at me because my aura has been crystallized and my aura is like an iridescent color, right? Remember how I shared that with you guys? Some of you guys might remember that dream. I shared that with you guys, how my aunt has crystallized her energy to the point where it's kind of like iridescent. Yesterday, SWV, did y'all see their outfits? I don't know how many people saw that, but did you guys see SWV outfits? If y'all saw that. So it's interesting how SWV brought in the iridescent colors. If you guys remember a long time ago, the first time I told you guys I went to see Notorious B.I.G., which is connected to Eshu, which is the door opener, right? Also, Notorious B.I.G. connected to the black hole. If you guys remember when I went to see Notorious B.I.G., who was at the door and who let me in? So I don't know if you guys have been with me long enough. SWV opened the door for me to go talk to Notorious B.I.G. I said it even in my interview on Say Cheese TV. I said it in my interview, and a lot of people like, well, why would they be in the spirit room? Once again, oh shit, I talked about this, y'all. Oh my goodness. Didn't I talk about this on the live? When I said we're all connected to the fucking, this was like 2 days ago, y'all. I'm like, we're all connected to the fucking spirit room. We have a spirit, don't we? I just talked about this. So it's interesting how that iridescent color that showed up in that color. And Spirit is saying the last card, what does it say? Doors are opening. They opened the door in the dream that I shared when I had to go talk to Notorious B.I.G. when he kept saying, you going to be the one to get us out of here. You going to break us free. You going to be the one to get us out of here. And a lot of people like, get them out of where? Where's I just spoke on this a couple of days ago. Boom, they showed up in that iridescent color. You don't see clothes like that normally. But it played out. It just played out. And when I saw their outfits, I'm like, did my suit the suits they had them, because I said my students. And I meant to say students, but I said my students. Maybe they students in my art, don't even know. You were saying they were on the other side of the door. Yeah, they weren't in the spirit realm. They were still in the physical world. They just let me into the spirit realm. It doesn't mean that they're there. They were still on the other side of the door. They're just gatekeepers, and people, SWV probably will be gatekeepers for their generation that they live in, right? Their suits is significant to something. And I said, pay attention to that color. It's going to show up in the live. There it go. Boom. It showed up. And if you really want to be, child, like I said, pay attention to that iridescent color, y'all. It just showed up. They just popped out with it. The door openers. The last card, I asked Spirit, what is the last card? What's the last thing you want to say? Portal. Doors are opening. They are the door openers. A portal open. Them putting them damn outfits on. And look at the color. Look at this. This is the same. Make sure there ain't no filter on. That's the same. Their outfits looked just like that. Right or wrong. Their outfits looked exactly like that. Portal. Doors are opening. That's why I teach y'all need to know who you are, what role you play. They might know. Only because they don't talk about it don't mean nothing. They might know they gatekeepers and they door openers. They might not talk about it. Why would they get on the internet and talk about it? You get roasted when you talk about spirituality. See what Say Cheese TV did to me? Somebody said I have to go back to BET and hope the commercial come back. It's on, I think the Shade Room posted it, or Neighborhood Talk. It's a picture of them standing in 3D. You don't even got to go look for the commercial. Unless it's something else you're talking about. But it's a picture of them I saw on the Shade Room or Neighborhood Talk of them standing next to each other with that same print on right here, the iridescent. The same print that I said gonna show up. Why did it show up? Because the portal's open. The door, they didn't open the door. I don't even think they know. It say doors are opening. You desire rewards, wild cards. So they might be doing something about a award show. They could be connected to a award show or some type of rewards, or they're finally being rewarded. All I know is the door is opening is what Spirit is saying. All the shit is connected. It's all connected. So I don't know what they doing on BET. But child, Spirit is saying at the end of it all, the last thing Spirit wants to say is doors are opening. A portal has opened up. A doorway has opened up. I don't know if y'all want to clarify the doorway to what. I think I might be a little afraid to show y'all the doorway to what. I don't know if y'all want to see. So I think we should stop it there, y'all, because what the fuck? Whew. This is one power. Y'all might not think it is as powerful as it is, but all of this means something. So I asked y'all, okay, so 2 people say, yeah, we want to know. 3 people said, I do. I want to know. So I'm going to show y'all the portal to wood. The motherfucking black hole. Which is creepy to me. Y'all want to know why I say it's creepy to me? Because in my dream that I had years ago, that's probably when Spirit said you had to have a dream on the physical plane. I talked about that. I think I talked about that not too long ago when I was saying you had to have a dream on the physical plane. What did they open up the door to? When SWV opened up that door, one of them said, remember I told you one of them was so mean to me. The other 2 was there. One of them went inside and she said, hold on, let me check. She went in the door. Then she came back. She said, they waiting for you. When I went in the door, Prince was on the couch. His legs was crossed and he was saying, it's not my fault. It's not my fault that I'm androgynous. It's not my fault. They're going to judge you. They're going to judge you just like they judged me. But you're going to change the world. I changed the world and they still judge me. You're going to change the world. Then Notorious B.I.G. walked up to me and he hugged me and he smothered me in his arms because he was so much bigger than me. And he said, everybody, this my niece. This who I've been telling y'all about. This my niece. She gonna get us out of here. And I'm like, get it. I don't know what he meant, but he was like, you know, your dad is opening up doors for you. Your dad is working really, really hard for you in the spirit realm. He's opening up doors for you. I shared this dream a long, long time ago. I even spoke on this on my Say Cheese interview. That's how long ago it was. So it's interesting how Spirit is saying the doors are opening up. They had on that same color. The same women who opened up that door for me to go see him years ago had on that same print right there, right? And say portals, doors are opening up. I asked Spirit, doors are opening up to what? The motherfucking black hole. And someone said they stuck. Luna said they're stuck because of that contract. It's not even just those marriage contracts will get you stuck. Some people say, well, my aunt, why would a marriage contract get me stuck? Because you got a divinely guided contract. You got a soul contract you was born with. And you went and got yourself in a marriage contract and you're married to the person who's not even on your soul contract. That's why whoever that individual is, that man, he's stuck because he in a contract he ain't supposed to be in because he chose a contract over his soul contract. It's not just record contracts, y'all. There's all sorts of contracts out here that you could get into that you're not supposed to be into because that contract you got into is not connected to your soul contract you were born and given when you came down to earth. You'll be married to your karmic partner for the rest of your life, and you can't be with the person you're supposed to be with on your divinely guided contract because you done got into that contract. Yeah, gotta think about that. Someone says self-paved contracts. Absolutely not following your divinely guided contract. That's why people, if you notice, more people are talking about not getting in marital contracts. You shouldn't marry. If you love somebody, it was just a conversation. If you love somebody, you ain't got to marry them. You don't got to marry somebody to prove that you love them forever. But you got in that contract. And now you are property to somebody else. When you were supposed to go to your twin flame or your person, y'all gonna get married in the spirit realm. It's gonna be a marriage on the other side. Remember, I used to share a dream I had with you guys. It was supposed to be a wedding, but it never happened because they were waiting for the people that never showed up. When you marry your divinely guided person, the ancestors is going to marry you in the spirit realm. They're going to set up a marriage with your soul. Your soul going to get married in the spirit realm. When you go to sleep at night next to your partner, y'all both going to see the wedding in the spirit realm. But it'll never happen if you marry in the physical. That's why a lot of people need to stop living through the physical, the outside, and see what's going on the inside. These physical marriages is outside marriages when in all you're supposed to marry within. That's why that wedding I kept sharing with you guys, it never happened. Yeah, got to think about that. So it's not just music contracts. It's a lot of contracts. And marriages is one of them. So. Chad, I feel like this was a lot of information. One thing that someone said is, what about your friends and their dad writing that letter? And I didn't clarify that, but spiritually what I feel is somebody was reporting back to whoever that guy was that was sick. Remember how I said the dad was writing a letter to the guy and I saw it, and it was a dad of a friend. Friends could be the internet, friends on the internet, Instagram friends, Twitter friends, Facebook friends, friends through the internet, right? A friend that's on my platform could be going back relying messages to that individual because they're friends on. But the crazy thing is, a lot of people don't know I got students that pay attention to everything. Even a couple of people in here, I ain't gonna lie, peep everything. A couple of people in here comment on that person's stuff, friends with that person. I peep everything. Yesterday, a couple of people was finna get blocked yesterday. But I'm like, oh, people gonna be feeling some type of way once I start blocking them because y'all side switchers. Y'all switch sides. Y'all don't stand for truth because y'all still stand with people who steal. I see it. I got students that send me everything, y'all. And even a couple of people in here on this live. And it's only 15 of us, 15 of y'all and one of me, 16. Y'all play both sides. But guess what? That's what y'all chose. So y'all that's what y'all chose when Judgment Day come and it's time to see my aunt. Remember, you are a side switcher. So don't be mad when my aunt switch sides on you and she's just like, get him out of here during judgment. Don't get mad. That's just what y'all chose. So just know. And you don't got to say, well, me. Just know that everything comes to the light and there's truth. So. I send y'all peace, love, and light. And until we meet again. Y'all don't have to say if y'all peeked it a few times. Y'all don't have to say any of that. Just we don't got to say any of that. But just also peek. People know who connected to the heart. People know because they said it themselves. Who's connected to the heart and the frequency of it. Y'all got to pay attention to this type of stuff. At the end of the day, we give it all to the ancestors and the Most High. I hope y'all enjoy y'all day. It's Saturday. I think I'm going to get my feet done. I think I'm taking all the polish and the nails off. I'm just being called to not even wear it anymore. Don't know why, but I'll be at the nail shop today. Hope y'all enjoy y'all day because I will enjoy mine. Bye, y'all.